Welcome to ScaleCarModels. This will be the first video in a series on creating a near factory correct 1966 Chevy truck 327. I believe they called them the high torque V8s. So in this video I'm just going to basically go over the parts that I'm going to use, the colors that are going to be used, which colors are correct for this engine, as well as some of the history and information on the differences between the 65 and 66 models and the 283 and 327. So if you're interested in this, please stay tuned. Despite what most people think and what most pictures show, the truck version of the 283 and the 327 both were not orange. Not in 1965 and 1966. Took me quite a while to find that out, but yes, it is true. They were painted, if you really want to know, because I'm going to tell you. They were painted, the 283 in 1966 was painted blue or gray, depending on where it was manufactured. The ones that I've seen were gray. The ones that I've read about on different forums, a lot of them are gray. The 327 was a green color, and I looked up many different places trying to find what green color it is, and the only thing I can find is it's close to the Alpine green like Detroit Diesel uses. I believe there is a color, I can't remember who manufactures it, but there is a spray can color that I'm going to get for the color on that. So that is the colors, the factory colors according to the site, and I will put the link below if you guys are interested in looking at it. It has all of the Chevy engine passenger cars, the diesel, the truck engines from 1966 all the way back to I think like 1912, so they have quite a bit. The other thing to note on the truck version, this is, like I said, this is a 1965 283, but I'm converting it to a 327. Like I said, there's really nothing that's too different on the physical aspect, and being this is a 1/25th scale model, this is a Revell 1965 Chevy step-side pickup 2-in-1 kit. And in this scale, really, I'm not going to worry about putting too much detail. This is my first kit, really, that I'm going to be playing to get together here after coming back to the hobby. So I just kind of want to throw it together. I'm going to be doing a scratch-built bed on the truck itself, so I figure that'll be enough work to keep me busy. So on the engine here itself, like I said, 327, I'm going to paint this up green because that's what I want it to be. And intake, a lot of people say they only came in 4 barrels. However, I've seen pictures and other people have said that they've seen them in 2 barrels. So 1966, we're just going to call this a 2-barrel. And I actually do have that carburetor right there, which I don't even know if that is the correct one. I think it was a Rochester that they came with. So on that, and then the transmission, I believe, is a 3-speed manual on the column. And you have some, your oil filter, and I might get some decals to put on there. I'll paint that whatever color I end up painting it, maybe orange for Fram. Have your starter, and so the transmission's probably going to be painted a steel color. If I can find something a little darker but kind of like a steel color, I'll use that, kind of like a gunmetal. That'd be nice. I'll get gunmetal for it. And the valve covers, these are not correct either for a Chevy C10 truck. These are the passenger car style ones. So what I'm probably going to do is sand off the raised emblems, and I wish I could get some decals because they actually do have little, I think it says high torque 327. Kind of like the passenger cars ones have the high performance 327. The truck version also has a sticker on there. And I believe there's actually a indent in the valve cover right here where the sticker actually goes, but what I'm just going to do is probably just sand them flat, glue them on there, paint them body color. So I think that covers everything. This assembly here, like I said, will all be, I'll just mask this off, and then I'll spray this all that green, and then this will be the steel, and they'll probably do like a semi-gloss black on here. And I plan to weather this, so if you guys know any videos, or you have any videos or any tips on weathering a truck, because this is going to be a farm truck, so I want it to look a little weathered. Alright, let's move on to the next part. Okay, here are the exhaust manifolds and the down tubes to the, well, I guess I might as well show you guys the whole exhaust here. So here's the whole exhaust. And this is, as far as I can tell from the pictures that I've seen, this is pretty much correct for a 65 or a 66 with the V8 engines. You have the crossover pipe here, which does not seem like it's going to meet up, but after I kind of test fitted one of the manifolds on, it does go quite, it follows the curvature of the engine, because it does go, as you can see, it's a straight piece, so it should meet up nice. There's probably going to be a little bit of trimming I'll have to do, but not a big deal. But like I said, as far as I can tell, this is correct. In the instructions it says to paint this whole assembly steel, and then the muffler aluminum, and as far as I can tell, I'm pretty sure that would be correct. I'm going to weather this a little bit, see if I can add a little bit of rust to it. And as far as I can tell, these ram horn style manifolds are correct for a 66 327 or a 283 engine in the truck. So we are going to use those. And that about finishes it up for the exhaust. Now let me move on to some of the other parts. This is from what it looks like, the type of air cleaner. It might be slightly different shaped for the 67 or 66 327, but we're just going to use this. I'll paint it flat black. I was thinking semi-gloss black, but flat will make it look more worn. Then I'll add a little dust here and there to it. And then the other thing is the belt. Now, like I said, this was from a 283 2-in-1 kit. So from what I can tell, maybe on a 283 and a 65 with no options whatsoever, this might have been the belt setup that you had. Just the crank water pump and the alternator here. And this is, I'm just going to go ahead and use this fan. I was originally going to use the electric fan, but I want to keep this as factory and near correct, as I can for a 66. So we're going to paint that up flat black. Belt here, same thing. The pulleys, I'm assuming probably like semi-gloss black, flat black on the belt. Alternator, we'll probably do, I'm not sure what we'll do that in. I might do it maybe that gunmetal color, steel color. I'll have to look at some more pictures I didn't really see. And then the bracket we'll do in a black probably. I'll have to look at the color. Like I said, I didn't really look up the brackets or whatnot. Like I said, in a 66, they had different things in them. I think the base model with no options in the 3-speed, I believe, might have this combination. So I think this belt combination here isn't going to be correct for all 327 66 trucks, because they did have the AIR systems, as well as I think some had AC. So that would be extra belts there. However, I'm just going to put it together like this. I was originally going to cut the belts off and do the Tate mod, but with the way it's set up with this bracket, I'm just going to do it like this. So, alright guys, moving on, and I'll show you guys the last piece for the engine. Alright, well, most of the stuff on here isn't even related to the engine, but you have your distributor here, which is like a semi-gloss or a gloss black, but I'm probably going to just paint that flat, give it the worn look. And these are pedals here for the interior, and then you have your battery here, which will be flat black, your brake booster, and you have here's your master cylinder here, and then here's the carburetor. The carburetor, I believe, is supposed to be painted steel. So we'll probably just go with the steel color. Maybe I'll mix steel with a little bit of aluminum. Maybe mix a little bit of silver. See if I can get kind of a different. Because I don't like to have a lot of the same colors inside the engine bay, except for, like I said, the whole engine assembly itself. So, all right, guys. Well, that about wraps it up on the 327 conversion from a 283. I will make another video when I get some more progress on this, as well as more progress on the truck itself, which is right here. And if you guys haven't seen this truck, go to my channel and have some videos on building the truck itself. So this will be a separate series as well as I'll have a separate series on building these scratch-built flatbeds. So if you guys want to see that, I'll have links in this video, as well as go to my channel, check it out if you haven't seen any of that. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Lots more videos to come. You guys all have a great day.